And moving on, in Los Angeles, a new fast-moving wildfire has stoked a fresh wave of panic in Southern California. Firefighting aircraft and ground crews are battling a fast-growing blaze in Hughes area in Los Angeles. Tens of thousands of residents were told to evacuate as authorities flagged immediate threat to life. Parts of Interstate 5 highway, a key lifeline for the state of California, was also closed down. Now, the region is already reeling from the most destructive fires in its history since earlier this month. Fueled by winds and dry conditions, the latest fire erupted in the Hughes area, located about 80 kilometers north of the city of Los Angeles. The new fire is located north of two mammoth blazes in LA that are still burning. The blaze grew to an area of over 10,000 acres by the evening of the 22nd of January and was approaching to engulf an area nearly the size of Manhattan. The Los Angeles authorities remain on edge. Now, that's because the area impacted by the latest wildfires borders several residential areas and schools. In a worrying sign for the residents, the fire department chief admitted that the current blaze remains a difficult one to contain.
The National Weather Service has extended the red flag warning through 10 a.m. on Friday for most of Los Angeles and Ventura counties. Light to moderate Santa Ana winds will continue tonight and into Thursday. The situation remains dynamic, and the fire remains a difficult fire to contain, although we are getting the upper hand.
To limit the damage due to the ongoing Hughes fire, authorities have taken several measures. Over 30,000 people are under a mandatory evacuation order, while another 23,000 have been warned that they may have to flee the area very soon. About 11,000 firefighters remain deployed to control the blaze. A prison in the area also evacuated nearly 500 inmates from the facility. Meanwhile, elsewhere in LA, the Palisades fire, which first erupted on the 7th of January, is 68% contained. Nearly 24,000 acres of area has been damaged in this blaze. The Eaton fire, which ignited hours after the Palisades fire, is over 90% contained. About 14,000 acres of area was damaged in this fire. Meanwhile, the fire in Hearst, which affected an area of about 800 acres, has also been contained. Other smaller fires that broke out on the 8th of January, including Kenneth, Archer, Lydia, Woodley, Olivia's, and the Sunset Hollywood Hills fires, have also been contained. A significant portion of Los Angeles has been ravaged by wildfires that first broke out on the 7th of January. So far, the fires have burned an area of over 40,000 acres. That's close to the size of Washington, D.C. At least 28 people have been killed. The blazes have damaged or destroyed nearly 16,000 commercial or residential structures, and reports have projected economic losses at more than $250 billion. Now, given the sheer scale of the economic losses in these wildfires, the Democrat-run state of California is looking toward federal funding for recovery, and thus at President Donald Trump. Later this week, President Trump is scheduled to visit California to review the damage. But before his visit, Trump has threatened to withhold federal aid to California amid the prevailing differences with Democrat leaders. Withholding aid or making it conditional would be a significant change in the standard practice for how presidential administrations respond to natural disasters in state. The disastrous scale of LA wildfire is not just staggering in terms of its sheer impact, but the threat posed by its continued expansion is also existential for the residents. As LA authorities scramble to contain the already blazing fires, the residents are looking at their leaders with hope for rescue and rehabilitation. The question remains, can Trump and the Democrats keep their differences aside in the face of the devastation faced by Californians at the moment?
From breaking news to the day's biggest controversies, shedding light on the world's top headlines. Detailed analysis on the stories that matter the most to you. Catch it all on Spotlight at 6 p.m. India time and 12:30 GMT. Only on Firstpost.